Frank Robicheau Sr. Did I say junior? Will get up now. Frank Robicheau Sr. will get up now and bowl. Well, maybe he won't. I don't know.
Maybe you'll answer to the worm.
I want to tell you, Jack, we got 15 weeks of this.
He's brought his crowd with him, all two of them.
I think he heard your pick and said, well, I'm not going to bowl.
Well, I hope Frankie likes to carry on. And
no, he'd be good.
You know, I mean, this here is just, you know, I mean, he's going to try up there, but...
he's actually going to move on, Jack, but I didn't want to say that.
Okay. I hope he does, because he's a real likable guy, and, you know, I played ball. I'm not sure if it was with Frankie or Bernie Robicheau.
Well, Frank has been around the lanes a little while. Excellent bowler, sponsored by Frenchie's Snip and Clip here in Sackville.
Did he ever tell you about when he cut his knuckles down at Corner Martel?
Oh boy, that's a classic story. Actually, I think that was at I think Baisley's Kmart Center, which is gone now. Yeah. You know that story? You can tell it.
Yeah.
That was a good story.
Well, he was bowling and there was a curtain, and he thought it was just a curtain. He didn't think there was anything in behind it, and he missed a break or something, so he took a swing at it, and bang, he damaged his hand and took 3 stitches.
Didn't realize there was a steel post behind that curtain.
Yeah, right.
That's a true story. Oh, that's smart.
Oh,
nice.
Good shot. All right.
There for Frank Robicheau Sr. And he gets the spare. Now, we're going to continue to say, most of the time, Frank Robicheau Sr., because Frank Robicheau Jr., Frank's son, is also bowling in this competition. And he'll come up a little bit later, in fact, in 2 weeks from now. This is Dennis Currie up on the approach now to bowl a couple of frames. Dennis from Dartmouth is sponsored by Down East Trophies. And we thank the folks at Down East Trophies for sponsoring Dennis Currie and candlepin bowling in particular.
He's a very much improved bowler, and I think he gets that from his mother, Peggy, who was in the crowd tonight, dressed in red. Looks very nice. And we also have the Wire brothers with us tonight. Sheldon, Buffett, and Dave.
Yeah.
Concrete and cement.
Dennis Currie, nice cleanup there for Dennis Currie. Mama like that. Real likable fella, Dennis Currie. Bowls over the Woodside Bowl-orama.
And he's really slimmed down, Dennis.
Yes, he
has. Carry a lot of weight, but you know.
Married to Sharon.
Yes.
Another to Keith, family member there. Guy carries a 118 average on any given night.
Well, he's really improved all the way around, you know, physically and bowling-wise. And
wife Sharon in the crowd. See her in the ladies' competition. Oh,
he's dropping that ball, and if he don't soon get a grip on it, he's going to find himself finishing 4th.
Talk about oddities, Jack. Only got one. Now gets another one. So he comes over that with a 6. His wife Sharon in the crowd. When the mixed competition comes up many months from now, you're going to find them as a team, because we did do the draw, of course, to match up the bowlers, and Dennis and his wife drew on the same team, which is kind of interesting. This is Bruce Hiland, another excellent bowler from Sackville.
I've never picked Bruce over the few years I've been working with the Bruce out here, and so I thought this year I'm going to pick him, because he's always there.
He's like that bunny. When he gets in these series, he keeps going and going. And
look at that shot. Lovely shot.
We should tell you that Bruce is sponsored by Target Sawing and Drilling. They've been with him for quite some time. So we thank Target Sawing and Drilling. So we take a look at Bruce Hiland and see what he can get on his mark.
Good shot.
He got on the front end, but just a little too flush. He wants that one, yes. No, I was going to say he wants it, but I thought it was going to fall the other way. This is kind of interesting, Jack, with the coverage on the 7 and 8 way down the left-hand side.
What he should do here is hit the red band on the right for 2, and then play for a 10. I mean, this is a tough shot, so it's one of them. If you do get it, it's a bonus, but tough shot all the way around. There's a good 10.
Good opener there. Spare 6 on it, then the 10. We go to our 4th and final bowler in Dave Doucette.
Like you say, he's 21 years old, got a lot of potential.
Yes, he does.
I'd just like to see David, you know, concentrate a little more. Yeah. Good bowler. He's got to be in the pocket to be effective.
David, sponsored by Webby's Bowlerdrome. Say hello to all the fellows over there, including Sonny Lacey, one of my favorite guys.
He's been around.
Yeah.
going to say, Sonny must be 100, but
Yeah. Say hello to Wayne Webby also.
Wayne, yeah.
Oh, just off to the left-hand side a little bit, leaves the pin out in front.
Wayne's pretty well calling the shots now for Webby Construction.
Yes,
Their
he is.
dad passed away in the last year or two.
Yeah, lost a real pioneer. And
Good
there's
pin there
Webby.
for Dave Doucette.
This guy's got a couple of youth bowling championships under his belt, just 21 years of age. Only 4 pins away from the 200 club, Jack. He had a 196 single.
Yeah, well, he's going to have more than one 400. They're going to come in bunches.
So he starts off this one with a 10. Punch on the right-hand side a little bit.
So he gets discouraged very quickly. And, I mean, of course, like you say, he's only 21. But, you know, it's the first 2 boxes. So if he can come out of this with about an 8 or a 9.
Oh, man. Nice hit.
He started with a
second
10.
ball.
He'll have a good start.
Yeah. Once again, remind you, the 2 top bowlers move on to round 2 competition. After that, they move into semifinal play and on to a big championship match that will feature a $1,000 top prize for the top bowler, $500 for second, and it drops off to $300 and $100. So David will sit down. That'll bring up Frank Robicheau Sr. Frank is open on a spare. Had the 7 in the first frame and then put the spare up on the board, so he's open on that right now.
See, he's one of the old school. Like, after 7 comes a mark, see?
That's right.
Connor Martel bowlers.
He was telling us earlier that 183 high single that he had, I believe he said came at the old Colin Martel.
Yes, he did. Yeah, and I'd like to know how much he paid the pin boy.
Well, I want to tell you something. That was a great score back in those days.
Oh, you're darn right. 183 back then. It's like about 1,000 today. Them were old wooden pins. I mean, you had to knock them down. You had to throw dynamite. And you got 3 on his mark, and
well, it's a good thing there's no curtains around. He'd be taking a swing at that after getting only 3 on the mark, Jack.
well, he's my type of bowler if he does that. You know, I'd like to see a fellow take out his frustrations on something, on the rack or whatever.
Let me put it this way, Jack. I hope you don't get upset with me sitting next to you here. We might have a big problem.
Well, there's a good hit on the snout.
Yeah, right through the middle. He was
right on the belly.
saying after he banged his hand at the Cape Breton team in that tournament that he was bowling in, put up a sign that said, "Beware of Frank Robicheau."
Look at this shot. He's got it. Get over. All right.
Oh, man. That's a great shot.
That's why I picked him 4th.
Well, you just don't see that made very often.
No, you can count on your hand.
Yeah.
Now, Dennis got to get it going. He started with 16, and
yeah,
he's dropping the ball something terrible, and I know his mother's still dropping it.
Yeah, he dropped that well behind the foul line.
And she's a great follower of Dennis, and
that's right. We're talking about Peggy Currie. Good hit there for Dennis. Came up short. We're talking about Peggy Currie, and she is an excellent bowler in her own right, Jack.
Still is a good bowler, and likes the competition and supports all of this stuff.
And oh man, 9.5 give him for that one, Jack. Deserved.
Geez, I thought he was going to get it.
Yeah. Dennis goes to the other side now.
He's got a mark here. I mean, you can't go 3 boxes, and you got your leadoff bowler with 2 and 4, and Bruce Hiland has 1, and you know he's got to get on the front end.
Yeah. It's only early, but
he hasn't come close
too
yet.
far behind, no. He's been to the right-hand side a little bit. There's a better hit.
5 he just took out. That's 2 points.
That's right. Ooh, now he's got a problem.
Yes, he's got 7 standing down there with 1 ball left, so he's going to have to play this on the left and hope he can get some action, which he did. Not a bad 6.
Well, he comes out of it with a 6, which is not great, but it could have been worse. Dave Doucette's back up again. Dave's sitting at 18 with a 10 and an 8 to open.
And none of the boys did anything in front of him, so
no,
he's got a good chance too.
Well, Frankie Robicheau put a mark up in the 4th.
Good ball.
Oh man,
not bad at all.
No, I thought he was going to get more than that, to be honest with you.
This is a trick shot, Bruce. If he gets this, splits it, he's going to leave that 8 pin, the farthest pin back.
Because of the wood.
Yes, exactly. If he hits it on the outside, he'll get it.
Dead on the one in front.
Yeah. He left the 5 in. It was a good try.
Got the wood out of there, though.
That's right.
Put
Good
9
9.
on the scoreboard for Dave Doucette in the 3rd frame. As he moves now to the other
8,
side.
9, 10. Now he gets a mark and he got a straight.
That's it, yeah. He's a spare and then a strike, Jack.
He's got a good spare here. 5 pin with good wood.
Yeah, that's a good piece of wood there.
Yeah, he doesn't want to play it too far right of that red band. Left of that, and he's got it.
He's got it.
No problem. There's a
So
spare.
Dave Doucette puts the spare up on the scoreboard there. And we've completed now 4 frames into the first string of 2. And we're going to take a look at the numbers on the scoreboard and see how they stack up. And when we do that, we're going to see Frank Robicheau Sr. leading the way with a couple of spares and open. And then Dave Doucette just 1 pin back, and he too is open, Jack.
Well, it's a very close 4 boxes, Bruce, and the pinning hasn't been all that great. You got Dennis Currie with a 6 box in 4 frames, and you got Bruce Hiland with a 6 box in 4 frames, but he had a mark with 6 on it, so he's okay at 41. The pinning hasn't been all that good, but if the boys are on the pocket, like we seen that last box here, that Dave Doucette hit the front pin, left the 5 pin standing with all kinds of wood. So if the boys can hit the pocket, we're going to have, I think you're going to need about 230 or better to get in for the next round.
Pretty good scores, Jack. Let's go back to the bowling and take a look at Frank Robicheau as he gets up now to bowl in his spare, the one he put up in the 4th frame. So Frankie have to
He's on a mark. He'd like to get a bunch on this one.
Making that tough spare.
Good ball. Oh, little side kick there.
It's not a bad setup either. The spare again, and he gets 7 on the first one. See if he can get another.
Yes, he's got to split him though. He hits it on the outside. He won't get it unless it comes off the wall. But he's got to split the 3-6.
Oh,
it was close.
Yeah.
And they call him the Worm. Where'd they get that name at?
I don't know. I gotta believe it's not complimentary though. Oh, no. Frankie.
Frankie's got to start pinning.
Didn't want that one. Just made that really tough spare chance in the 4th frame.
His supporters are getting on him. All 2 of them.
Okay.
Good ball. That's it.
Oh, there's the ball. Frankie Robicheau Sr. hot and cold a little bit. Hot right there.
Well,
gets the strike.
He's got to be hot. I picked him for 4th.
I love it.
I know.
This is Dennis Currie. Here's a guy that
looking for his first mark.
That Jack put the curse on by picking to finish first, and he is struggling. And that wood that fell there helps a little bit.
Yes, it's a good shot. On the bunch, we got some wood there by the 8 pin, which is he's going to need if he splits this 1 and 3.
Oh man!
Little outside.
Everything but the 10.
Yeah, a little on the fine side, but good
got
try.
A tough piece of wood. He wants that wood out of there altogether.
Well, I think if he hits that wood, it'll go right down the channel. Good call, sir.
9.
You're 1 for 1.
There's 1 for my side. Do you know what that saying, hooray for our side, came from?
No. What are you going to tell me of?
I don't know if I should tell you or not. Well, it's not you. I mean, there are a few other people listening to this, Jack. It's just oh, good shot for Dennis, but he's not going to get that either. The saying "hooray for our side" came many, many years ago, and it oh man, he made that a little bit different.
Yeah.
But he made the 10. When Lady Godiva rode through the street side saddle. that's when they coined the phrase "hooray for our side."
Oh, gee.
Oh my goodness.
He's on a strike.
Oh man.
Get over.
Actually, that's not so bad. And he had a chance for the double strike and a chance to pick up the dinner for two from Swiss Chalet and
if he hits the
Sackville.
6-pin, I think we're going to give him a spare.
Well, he hit it.
On the wrong side.
Yeah, he
It
did.
was a good try. It's a good count on.
Well, that's the deal.
I thought he was on a strike, but it's
Frankie Robicheau on the strike. Oh,
good 9.
That was a 9. It's Frankie, and it's Frankie Robicheau. We'll tell you about it when he gets up. He'll have the chance for dinner for two.
The worm.
Yeah.
You know the worst thing I've been called in my life?
Whoa, boy, wait a minute. This might take a while. There's so many things,
Twisty.
Oh, he did get that out too. Oh, and he got the spare. That
yeah.
was tough, but he has been flirting with it all along, and he did. Now we got to figure out how much he lost there.
I think
now
it's a 3 box.
I think you may be right.
He had.
He really had been getting it out there, and that one just got out a little too far.
Yeah.
Twisty. Dave Doucette's up now. Dave is open on a spare.
Boys at Brightwood give me that.
Oh, yeah? So on the spare count 6 for Dave Doucette. A ton of wood there. 3 pieces in all right behind the 2. Yeah, I think I've heard you called worse than that, Jack. No, nice shot there.
Great shot.
Pulled the string and back-to-back spares for Dave Doucette now. On a little bit of a roll.
Yeah.
Worst thing I've been called, Jack, is late for dinner.
I don't believe that. I heard what Don King called you.
You saw that picture, did you?
Yeah. Get back to Nova Scotia.
We were nose to nose. Good hit again. This time a little tougher leave, though. He wants that wood out in front. Well, help or hindrance, Jack.
This shot right here is, if he goes off of the, he's got to go in tight to the channel.
Okay.
Spin it that way, and hopefully something will take out. He went the other way. He was trying to go off the right-hand tip, but tough shot. I mean, a shot like that, you got wood. You try and get a 9 out of it.
Yeah.
10. See, with the way he spun that wood with the other wood there, he might have got some action.
Right on,
but
yeah.
Oh, he
Well,
picked
Frankie Robicheau Sr. is back up again, and he is open on a strike. If he gets one right here, he will be the first bowler to get a double strike, and he will win. Dinner for two, compliments of the good folks at Swiss Chalet here in Sackville. So hello to Paul and the crowd up there. And look at this, he's got it.
a dinner for two.
Back-to-back strikes for Frank Robicheau Sr. And give him a dinner. No matter what happens.
I think he heard me.
Yes, he did. No matter what happens, he'll take home a dinner for two.
Yes, that's great.
And the way he's going to be around for a long time. Another hit looking for the triple. He's got the triple.
All right, that's a turkey.
Oh, man.
A turkey.
Well, Jack James, that's something you really don't see too often.
No.
A triple strike. Now Dennis Currie has to get up and say, wait a minute now, what's going on here? Oh, that's unbelievable. That's a great, great opening game for Frank Robicheau Sr., and he's not finished yet.
No, that's right.
Now, to tell you, Jack, just how tough that is, that triple is, to put it in the proper perspective for you as at home. And we don't want to take anything away from Dennis Currie up here talking about the triple, but Dennis is struggling a little bit. When we did the first ATV series a few years back, we put up a brand new car for anybody who could get a triple strike. And it didn't happen. Guy came close. He had 2 in a 9-pin break. But he never got the triple. And you just saw Frank Robicheau put together a triple. Had he been in that series, he'd been driving home in a brand new car today. Anyway, Dennis Currie. Now, he is really struggling there with that 3-box. You got to feel sorry for this guy. He is an excellent bowler.
Well, I don't really feel sorry for him because he hasn't hit nothing.
Well, I do, because he normally would bowl at a 118 clip. This is a great bowler. He's a real good bowler. And you're just really too tough, Jack.
Look at that now.
There it is. He's going to mark here. No question. You can put that down right now, Jack.
Okay.
Wait a minute. That wood's coming out. Oh, shoot. Look at this. That was still pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
you can still put it down. He's too good to miss this.
There, that should start him.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can get something going and build off of that. He has really struggled up to that point. Bruce Hiland is up now. Now, Bruce called on a lob the last time and had to settle for a 3 box. So he's fighting his way back. He cleans at the back row. And something come up the hill? No. Oh, man. Bad miss there for Bruce.
You can't be missing them now with Frank having that triple
Well,
strike.
you got to believe the battle's on for second place right now with the way Frank is on a tear. Of course, stranger things have happened, but that's a couple of bad balls there from Bruce, and has to come out of that with an 8.
Yeah. How do my picks look?
Well, your first is last and your last is first right now, Jack. I got to tell you that. Great chance here. Jack, mark this one up, will you, for Bruce Hiland? It's
Sure.
gone.
Good
No
call,
doubt
Bruce.
about that. I got to change the rule. We shouldn't even make these guys shoot those shots, Jack.
Well, that would have been a big 9 count on that.
Yeah, well, you're right. If he had picked up the other spare, he
Yeah.
would have had 9 on it, then another one. Well, that's all right. He's got one anyway. Robicheau with a strike in the 8th. Currie with a spare. Hiland with a spare. Now this is Dave Doucette here in the 7th.
Needs a mark.
He's got a couple already, and he got
Yeah.
8 in a hurry there. This
Yeah.
is a little tougher than it looks.
Well, it's a 5-9, and his ball goes from left to right, so if he's on the 5-pin, he should have it. He doesn't chop off the 5-pin, should be all right.
Oh,
Oh,
no. Not
instead
where
of
he
buying
wanted.
the outside.
Well, this opens the door a little bit.
Yeah.
The 9 box there for Dave Doucette, for Currie and Hiland as they chase Doucette. Of course, he may just have something to say with the other 3 bowlers put up marks in the 8th frame. Let's see if David can do it here.
Well, he knows he's getting his breaks when he's in the pocket.
Yeah.
There they are.
Well, he was in the pocket. He hit real well, and he didn't get a break that time, Jack.
Oh, we're not through with the wood here yet.
Well.
He might have a break. Sure, he's going to have a break.
Yeah, tell me that's a good shot.
Sure, it's a good shot. Okay. Now, what you do with this is you go left to the red band.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you?
I know what you're
Are you
calling.
going with me?
I'm going right with you, Jack.
Okay.
Well off to the left, the red band. You're right on the red band.
Good try. The wood slid right behind the tin. That was a good try for David.
Going to take a look at the scoreboard after this ball. There it
Do we
is.
really have to?
And if we can get Frank Robicheau Sr. to sit down. He said, I want to go after that 4th strike. He's got 3 in a row. We're gonna make him wait a minute as we take a look at the numbers, Jack. And of course, when we do that, we see that big 102 after 8 for Frankie. He's 42 pins over par, and he's still got well, he got a whole lot working up there. The triple strike.
That's right. He's got 4 balls to count yet on the double strike. He's right now. He's setting a good pace here, and a very good pace that the other boys are going to have their work cut out to catch him. And I picked him for 4, so therefore he should finish first. But Dennis Currie got his first mark in the 8th. He's at 66. Like you say, the boys will all be going for second. Bruce Hiland, who was blown down in the foul line, but got a nice mark there in the 9th. And then your second place leader is Dave Doucette at 86. So this is a fight for second right now, Bruce.
Well, you can see the importance of the 2 marks that Bruce Hiland, the mark that Bruce Hiland put up, and also the mark of Dennis Currie. With Doucette not marking there, and it gives him a little bit of a run and makes that battle for second just a little bit closer. Anyway, let's get back to the action and take a look at Frank Robicheau Sr. Now you see those 3 big black marks up there. Let's see if he can get another one. Certainly has the crowd behind him.
Yes, he does, you know.
The last time you saw 4 in a row, Jack.
Well, I fouled one off once.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, is it going to be 4? No, he went out to the left-hand side, but hey, don't knock it. This guy had a great string, triple strike. Bad news is that he was still on that first one there. And he only picked up a bonus of 2 more. So, oh, and went through the hole again. Oh, man.
It's 114. He's 116 for 8.
Yeah, but with that triple, Jack.
Yeah.
That's a better looking ball. That's the one he wanted. Those pins were counting double.
Now he's let everybody back in the game.
Yeah, that's right. He's still bowling well.
Oh,
however, yeah, that's quite a turn of events there.
Yes, he got
2 and then a ball through the hole.
That's right. 22 on the second one and 12 on the third one.
And look at this. He almost had another one, Jack. And you can mark this one up for him.
Okay.
These are gimmies for these guys, Jack.
Oh, yeah. This is the first time I've seen Frankie bowl, to tell you the truth, and I'm not trying to renege on my picks or anything, but he's impressed me.
Well, he gets the mark there, and yeah, Dennis says, "Let me up on that approach there." So
no wonder Dennis is bowling so bad. He's nothing left.
So Frank will throw the bonus ball here, and then we'll go to Dennis Currie.
3.
I'll tell you, the guy's hot and cold.
That's 138.
A most interesting 138 game from Frank Robicheau Sr.
Yeah, no, you got to call him the Worm.
The Worm, yeah. Now Dennis Currie. He's on the mark.
Yeah. He needs a bunch.
Yeah.
And another one in these 2 boxes. Good ball.
Well, he's got 7 on that one. We're going to get the overhead view right there, Jack, and it looks pretty good. That wood's going to roll back and turn just a little bit more.
What he's got to do here is play the nose of that wood.
Yeah.
And, you know, or else I'd go for the red band and try to bring the
yeah,
ball back, you know.
Can he carry the 4 is the question. Oh. Well.
He had no favorites.
No, he didn't. I'm going to definitely play the wood here, Jack. Oh, he played the 2 pins. Going after that wood, it's much bigger target.
Now he's got to have one here. He's at 81 for 9, so he's 1 over par.
Yeah, he really does.
Which is not bad, but like I say, he hasn't been that consistent on the front pin this first 8 boxes of this first string, so he's going to have to pull his socks up for that second string, because Frankie is really 138. In my books, he's home free. That could have been 193.
Yeah, I tell you, it could have been a ton more. Uh-oh, off to the side. While we have a chance, I want to say hello to Scott and Ruth Brigley, 2 of the finest people you're ever going to meet, and they own Show Off Displays. Good hit there for Dennis. Show Off Displays. And the people who have the curtains you see around here, I never should say curtains. He always gets after me for that, Jack. It's the drapes. They are not curtains. They are drapes, the high and low drapes and the pipes and so on. And that's the company he has. So if you're ever looking for that kind of stuff, call Show Off Display and ask for Scott or Ruth Brigley.
90.
I'll treat you right.
Even 90 for Dennis Currie with 1 mark.
Bouncing the ball a little bit there.
Bruce was on a mark.
On the mark, 4. That's right.
I think the love line whistle might have rattled Bruce here.
Yeah.
When he got that
ball a little bit.
4 box.
And he settles for an 8 there. So Dennis Currie with the 90, Jack, to put things in perspective, is 28 pins under his average. Well, that's a lot.
Yes.
Bruce Hiland right now. Up there. Bruce bowls at a 116 clip. I think I said 114 on the opener for his average, but of course 116.
Yeah, he's a good shot.
So he's well below his average right now.
Yes.
It's about 15 pins off his normal pace. Well, he was. Now at the 91, oh yeah, he's 16 and 10. He's 25 pins off what he normally would bowl at. Gonna look at Dave Doucette right now. Oh, a big strike for Dave Doucette. And
he can really put some daylight between.
Oh yeah, nice
himself.
hit there for Dave Doucette. See if he can get the double.
Dave Doucette and Bruce Hiland.
Oh yeah, this is real bad news for Currie and Hiland. So Dave will tee it up, and we'll see if he can get the double.
Well, if he's in the pocket, he's got that ball that does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it is. Good hit again. He has got the double strike.
I think we got more strikes than we got spears.
So throw another ball or two here.
He's got 2 more bonus balls.
Well, he does have 2, yeah, of course.
Now, he doesn't get the dinner for...
no, because it's, that's right. Frank Robicheau picked up the dinner at Swiss Chalet because he was the first bowler to throw the double.
I see, okay.
Well, we saw 1 triple, which is a real oddity. The question is it possible to see another one
well,
in the first string of the first match?
Look out.
Big hit. He's got a 9-pin break, Jack. Man. Oh, you got to be impressed with this kind of stuff.
Oh, this is great.
I tell you, these triples are very rare, and we almost saw 2 of them. Yeah, that's right. Tried to go on the pin. Only a single pin. Wasn't all that important, says Dave Doucette, but a great, great finish for him. Well, we're at the halfway mark. It's week number 1. It's the Access Channel 10 Men's Candlepin Championship. We're going to come back and take a look at the scoreboard. Then we're going to go back to the action, and we'll do that right after this. Bowlers are bowling well below their average, and that is a real problem for the 2 bowlers who are bowling below their average.
It's a very exciting match for 2 individuals, but you know, like it just goes to show you that those individuals that are leading, they've been in the pocket, they were rewarded. Yep. So you can't say, you know, Frank Robicheau right now, the worm is that he had a nice fine game of 138 for 3 spears and a triple strike. He must have thought he was playing baseball, and he had a triple strike. But that's nice. He got a dinner for 2. He can take his wife to the Swiss Chalet.
Yep.
And Dennis Currie, who had a lot of problems, only had 1 mark with a 90 game. He's down 34 pins from second, so he's really got to pick it up. He's bowling in a good spot at second. He's got a good chance to put some pressure on Dave Doucette. But you know, however, you know, it's a long, big uphill battle.
Yeah.
Then you look at Bruce Hiland, who was fouled there. The whistle was blown there in the 7th box for a 3 box, and he never regained. You know, from there on, he's had 2 marks, and he's finished at 91, so he's 33 pins out.
Yeah.
And then you look at Dave Doucette, who's almost struck out in the 8th and 9th and 10th. He had a double strike with 9 on it for 134, fine game. So for those other 2 boys to catch these other fellows, it's going to be, they have to start very early, Bruce, to get it going.
Yeah, they really do, and it's a lot of pins to make up, but we've seen stranger things happen, and that's for certain. Let's go back to the bowling and take a look once again at Frank Robicheau Sr. as he gets up to bowl through the first couple of frames on string number 2 now. And week number 1, it's the Access Channel 10 Men's Candlepin Championship.
So if he gets an early mark, you know, in the next 4 boxes, he's off to the races.
Yeah. Well, really, Doucette and Robicheau have to falter a little bit. No doubt about that. And Hiland and Currie have to pick up this pace. Just to get the second, for example, Dennis Currie needs to pick up 44 pins.
That's right. Here's the 4 horsemen for the worm.
Oh, yeah, good shot.
No denying tonight. He's going to enjoy that Swiss Chalet, too.
Yep. They make some fine chicken up there, don't they?
They sure do. I like the ribs.
Yeah, I do, too. That's the trouble when you go to these places like Swiss Chalet. Will it be chicken? Will it be ribs? I don't know. It's a tough choice. Sometimes you can have both, Jack. They got a dinner where you get a little bit of both.
She's
Look
over.
at that. Another
She's
strike for Frank Robicheau. He starts with the spare and gets a strike on it. So that's 4 strikes.
He's making me look good, though. I picked him for 4.
He's got 4 strikes in the last 7 frames. He's got 4 strikes and 2 spares in the last 7 frames. Yeah. Dennis Currie now. He just has to throw caution to the wind and let her.
He's got to worry about Dennis, or I'm sorry, Dave Doucette.
Yeah, that's the guy he's got to look at. Both he and Hiland now.
Now he got a good break off the 2-pin here. He's got the 1, 3, 6, and good wood. So he splits the 1, 3. He should have it.
Oh,
he missed it cleanly. That's not going to help him out.
It's been that kind of a night for Dennis.
Yes.
Just off his game a little bit. And through the hole. Well, well, well. So we go to the other side.
I think Dennis is pretty well down on himself right now. You know?
Well, yeah, it's discouraging. 2 things for him. He knows he's off his game a little bit, but he also knows a couple other guys are really bowling extremely well. Bad combination there.
But you know what Mickey Proud used to say to us when we were bowling as a team and he was running it?
Wait a minute now. I don't know if you can tell me some of the things he said, Jack.
If they can do it, we can do it.
Well, that's right.
You
That's
know,
exactly right. In fact, I looked at that at halfway mark and I thought, Hiland and Currie are certainly more than capable of throwing a 140 game. Done that many times.
Mickey used to keep us in the ball game.
Yeah.
A little pep talk, you know. I mean,
Well, we say hello to Mickey Proud. The only guy that I know could talk a mile a minute and at the same time keep a cigarette stuck on his lip, hanging downwards.
with a 3-inch ash on it.
Okay, Dennis will sit down, and you're right. It is discouraging for Dennis. Bruce Hiland steps up now. While we're saying hello to people, I want to say to my old pal, Reg Rafter. Gene over in Windsor Junction. Spent a little time with Reg today. And they're real great guys.
There's.
Oh, this could be them all, Jack. No, one just didn't fall right. Mark that up if you want.
Well, okay, the only thing we can get him is the foul line. The love line. Oh, my.
Man, that's tough. Oh, that is pretty tough. Come back now and play this for a 10, and he gets a 10. That is discouraging.
See, it's not so bad missing the spares. It's just what he's going to throw on this ball.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we saw one case where he had a 9-pin break. He's got 8 here.
8, yeah.
Just count those up. That 9-pin break, the 9 pins he would have gotten, the one in the first string, and the ones here.
Now he's got to go
8
down low
here.
on this one.
Now you're talking 17 pins. How this game will
Good
change,
shot.
but he did get the spare. There's 17 pins. He also had a 3 box. If that was a 10, there's 24 pins there. But I don't have to tell you. Bruce knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And he fought back there with a strike and more power, or spare rather, and more power to him.
Yeah.
Now Dave Doucette. He couple of strikes, a 9 and 10 to finish off.
He's ready.
Excellent 134 game. Oh man, he's throwing a nice ball right now. I want to
Yes,
tell you.
he is.
He had a little tricky piece of wood here, Jack.
What's tricky about it?
Nothing. He gets down too low, it'll be tricky.
No.
Yes, it will.
Anywhere's in that wood, it's gone.
Ah, I can't get anything going here at all.
Your glasses clean?
That reminds me of a guy I know, Jack. He's 104 years old. Doesn't use glasses. Drinks right from the bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, on the mark. 7 bonus pins. Boy, this is really bad news for Hiland and Currie.
Yes. Now this is a tricky shot.
This is tricky.
The one that could stand here is a 5-pin, which is a middle pin.
No, he's going to have trouble with the 8 here. Jack.
No, the 5. How about the 2, 5?
2, 5, and 8.
Oh, well, that's not a bad miss for David. He's in pretty good shape. What's that standing down?
Oh boy! Oh, Jack, big win for you there. I got to tell you, he does come out of that with a 9. You're making a believer of me, Jack.
Well, if I can hang around for another year, I think I'll get you in my pocket.
Okay, now you may be mad.
Okay.
This is Frankie Robicheau Sr., and he's open on the strike.
Yes, this is not a repeat.
No.
Get in
It's
there.
right on the front
Get in.
end. We've seen this guy's make some interesting shots. Here's a good one, Jack.
No problem at all.
No.
He's all he's got to
We're
do.
agreeing on this one, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. Just stay away from
You
the
know,
nose.
you know what I do here? I play the back pin.
Yeah, you could do that.
But this shot will go very quickly.
Oh,
Very quickly.
well,
see?
it wasn't that quick, but it went. And it
There's
was
nothing down there.
No, he didn't go quickly. So it's spare, strike, spare for Frank in the second string.
What you say his average was?
108.
108. Call the cops.
This guy loves, I'm going to say he loves the spotlight. Now, I don't mean that in an egotistical kind of way, but he just enjoys this type of competition. Look at this.
Get over.
He's got a 9-pin break, and he's got another great chance to mark.
Mickey Proud would love this. Yeah, I'm going to say he's going to qualify tonight. I said 230. Tried 270 or 280.
Yeah, really. He sent the benchmark right here for the competition.
sir.
He makes that good, so that's 4 marks in a row for Frankie Robicheau and brings up Dennis Currie. Again, while we have a chance, Jack. Okay, go ahead.
I think the worm, that was the first single he had. Picked it
I
up.
think you're right, yeah.
Rest were all, you know.
One in particular was really tough.
Yeah.
Pulls the string there to Dennis, leaves the 1, the 3, and in the corner the 7 pin.
Tough shot.
Yeah. I want to say hello to Jack and June Crookshank. Jack, you get a chance to say hello to all your friends on these shows, but run into Jack and June the other night. Nice shot for Dennis Currie.
Gate shot is right.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too late.
Yeah. Jack, of course, of Sackville Downs fame, lives now down that new development down in Bedford Basin.
Well, last year I was in Florida. I flew home with Jack and his wife.
Yeah.
And they were down with Ernie Patterson.
Yep. Well, on the mark.
It's pretty good action.
Got 7 on it.
Pretty good
and
action.
Another good setup here. Yeah, Jack and June spend their winters in Florida now, and place in Bedford on the water there. Life is pretty good.
Well, he worked hard at it.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to me, though. I worked hard all my life.
Yeah, but you were bad.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that.
The good Lord said, there will be no reward for Jack James in this life.
Well, now here's Bruce Hiland's on a spear, and he needs all them pins down there.
Oh, yeah. It's,
Every one of them.
he really has to think about picking up a strike. Oh, look at this. Good count on the mark.
Yeah.
But it's a little
Another
tough on
wired
the-
shot.
That's what I was saying. This is a little tough.
Where'd that wood go? Oh, no, double wood. Red man, ball bounced right over. Take up to 10.
Let's watch it. Tough shot, as I was trying to tell you.
It bounced right over the pin.
Yes, it didn't. It went behind it, Jack. What's wrong with your glasses?
You put a fingerprint on it.
That's a 9 then for Bruce Hiland. Chalk one up for me there, Jack.
I'd like to say hello to my old crib partner. We had a good year this year. We won the consolation. Billy Graham.
Ah.
Works over at Saturn in Halifax. Does a heck of a fine job. I had to carry him this year. And you want to
This
see
is
me
not
be
the
on.
same Billy Graham that's on the Crusade, is
Oh,
it?
no. No.
Didn't think you were playing cards with him.
No. Everybody knows Billy. Good fella. He just lost his brother here coming back from the island. It's a sad story. I don't want to get into them sad stories. I had too many of them this winter.
Yeah. Well, I want to tell you, Jack, here we are back for another season here, and I want to congratulate you because you're looking good. Feeling pretty good, too, aren't you?
I only got $10 in my pocket.
I said you're looking good. This is Dave Doucette up now. Dave comfortably in second place, trying to chase down Frankie Robicheau.
Good break for Davey.
Now, your health has improved muchly.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No.
Makes me feel better. For a couple more boxes. Oh, great
Nice
shot.
shot. Beautiful shot from Dave Doucette.
There'll be no changing of the guard the way it is right now.
Mm-mm.
As Don Cherry would say right now, board the net up.
Yeah, it looks really good for Robicheau and Doucette right now.
I think they're trying to outdo one another.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
9-pin break. Wood's going to turn. You can chalk up another mark for Dave Doucette.
What's really frustrating for Bruce Hiland and Dennis Currie is that, you know, these boys are doing it. But they're hitting the front pin, they're in the pocket.
Well, that's
you know.
right. Well, 4 frames into the second string now. There are only 6 frames for bowler to come, and if you're Currie and Hiland, you might say, is there that many? We're going to take a look at the numbers in the scoreboard, and when we do, you're going to see 2 great scores from Robicheau and Doucette. Robicheau at 207 with a ball working, and Doucette with 189 and a ball working. There they are.
Well, this is fine bowling, Bruce. I mean, you know, we can't say the game is over, but I'm going to say it turned out the lights. Frank Robicheau had 138 the first string. He's at 69 and opening the fourth with a ball working, so he's got another shot at 130 or 140. Dennis Currie just can't find the pocket. He's having trouble, and a few spear chances that he had that he got breaks off the side, he's missed, so he's in trouble. And Bruce Hiland, I don't know, he's just not in the pocket, and Dave Doucette is just throwing the ball and everything's working good for him. So I think that your winners tonight, even though we have a full string and a half, I mean half of the string to go, are Frank Robicheau and Dave Doucette.
All right.
Say no more.
Let's go back to the bowling and take a look at Frank Robicheau as he gets up the bowl in the spare. I don't want to say this, Jack, but doggone, I'll be darned if I'm going to let them get away with it. When I look at your picks, Jack, you got them in the exact opposite order than where they are.
I know. Oh,
and the only reason I bring it up is because I know down the road in this series you're going to have them in maybe next week in the exact proper order, and you're going to rub it in my face. So now's my chance.
There's 3 off the head bin there for the worm. I should say.
Yep.
Puts him at 72 for 4.
Tough chance to mark here, although they are all in the bunch. Quiet here all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Now he gets on the object pin.
Well, I'll tell you, the people that are here tonight are seeing a good match for 2 fellows, and
Yeah.
even the concrete boys are still here.
What Frankie Robicheau is doing here is a good testimony to guys who don't bowl real fast or hard. He doesn't throw a hard ball, but he gets the job done.
He's an old-time Conor Martel bowler, like got a lot of curve from right to left,
Yeah.
a lot of spin on the ball. And
He put his age on the sheet there, Jack, and to be honest with you, I've known Frankie for quite a while, but I didn't think that's correct. You think?
I'm
I
not
don't
going
know.
to mention it, but here's a tough shot for him. He's got the 3-9.
If it is, he carries his age well. All I'm going
Sure.
to say is, I look at that, then it indicates he's been collecting the
Oh,
pension for a
look, he
year.
hit that shot perfect.
Yes, he did.
Hit it
But
dead
that's
on
a
and-
clear
yeah.
case of a shot being a lot tougher than it looks too, Jack.
Yeah,
You got to drive that pin straight back.
that he did, and left the 9.
And he
Good
gets the
cleanup.
single pin there. Dennis Currie back up again. Boy, I'd like to see Dennis string out some marks here. This guy bowls a 118 clip. In fact, of all the bowlers, he's got the highest average.
These boys need
And,
strikes.
Yeah. But it's
And
just,
again,
it's
he's
just
off
off
to
his
the-
game.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been off to the right, then to the left. He just can't seem to find that pocket.
Yeah. It's not too bad being out of the pocket, but as long as you can pick up those spare chances that you get. I mean,
Yeah.
Dennis is not doing that. You know, like
Oh,
there's one there he
man.
hits. See, it's going to be tough like that
Yeah.
all night. When they're not falling for you, and you hit a shot, you don't get it.
Keep him away from the matches, Jack. He'll be burning the place down.
There's no question in my mind.
Dennis does get the 10. Crowd's behind him.
It was kind of a fun four-man format we have tonight. Lots of strikes, lots of spares, but then we have 4 boxes and we have 3 boxes, and
Yeah.
you know.
It really has been unusual.
Yeah. But I like seeing those marks. I mean, makes it exciting. And I mean, there's what Dennis is doing. I mean, how many times did Dennis do that, go down and take up to 6?
Yeah, right on.
I'd probably count him in a year, you know, maybe twice. But he's
And right, missed on the right, then missed on the left. No worse feeling when you just...
no, he just wants to get through now.
Yeah. Jerry Mont come into the building a moment ago, taking some of the action. He's a former champion in this series. And Jack, we've mentioned this before, but in front of our cameras, he bowled his career high single. That always amazes me.
This is the place to do it.
Yeah. He was awesome in that series. Now, Bruce Hiland up. Bruce is struggling also a little bit.
Yeah.
Bruce opened with a strike, or a spare rather.
Yeah.
Had 6 on, then a 10. Looked like he was off to the races.
Well, you got 2 boys.
Oh, look at this.
Get
Couple big
over.
falling
Good shot.
pins.
All right.
Gets the
You
spare.
got 2 boys that are hitting the pocket and are scoring very, very well, and then you got 2 boys that are going way down the side.
Yeah.
Pretty well, you know, sums up the match.
And leaves the diamond shot. We get a little bit of wood there as a guide. Oh, it's not. It's more than a guide right now.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't say anything wrong with it. It says more than a guide.
Oh, just slid by.
Yeah, he's a little afraid of the nose of that wood, I think.
Knows what to give him it.
Faces in the crowd. John Kuhn is here. Former competitor in this series. Not in it this time around. Tell you, 4 guys at ours. We watch Dave Doucette get up, and he's open on a spare. Doug Blackler, Greg McGuire, Ross Toffelmeyer, and Scott Moore. That's the lineup next week.
That's a good one.
Yes, that's a dandy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doug Blackler, Greg McGuire, and on that mark count 7 for Dave Doucette. Ross Toffelmeyer and Scott Moore.
Oh, good try.
Yes, it was. And there's a single pin for David
Zoned in
Doucette.
now.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 frames to go per bowler after this. Boy, they'd be the longest 4 frames that Dennis Currie and Bruce Hiland ever had to bowl.
That's right. The fat lady is singing.
Oh, she's just wailing.
We shouldn't be laughing. We're not lucky.
No,
All
good
right.
hit there for Dave Doucette. No, I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes.
We're not laughing at the bowlers, but
Sometimes you're hot, and sometimes you're not. Dave's going to run down there and pick up a piece of debris that's on the lanes. In the meantime, we're going to go to the scoreboard in just a moment. Well, after 2 more frames per bowler, I should say. There's Dave getting his exercise. He's got a little quick shot of Mellow Larry there. A piece of tape, Jack, came down from somewhere. So Dave Doucette got that done, and Frank Robicheau is up.
92 in the 6th.
Yeah.
In the 2nd string. And
14 pins in the battle for first place, and Doucette's open on the strike. So this is an interesting battle for bragging rights in first place, Jack.
well, that's true. It's the first time I think Frank might have missed the front pin, but he's got a good break with the 1-3-6.
Good setup here.
His ball breaks from right to left, so he'll probably blow this away.
Have 10 spares in the opening 16 frame. Oh,
Hit it on the button.
yeah. He had, did I say spares? Yes. He had 10 marks in the opening 14 frames, Jack. That's getting the job done.
It certainly
He
is.
says I can coast a little bit now.
That's right.
That included a string of 3 strikes in a row, a triple strike.
And he opened with a 7.
That's right. Oh my! And on one of the strikes he had 2. You go and figure.
2 of the strikes he had 2. He had to, on the first strike he's got 30, and then he's got 22, and then he's got 12.
That's right.
Now here's a good shot. Now he's looking at it very cautiously, but really doesn't matter to just down below the cap, not right on the nose, but just this side of the red band, closer to the plate. He should get this. Brush it across.
Oh,
Right on the cap.
too high. Well, it's nice to be able to bowl this way
Yeah.
because he's not overly concerned. He's at an even 100 right now after 7. And he picks up a 9 there. He's leading the way in a very high-scoring match for 2 bowlers. Frankie Robicheau will move on. Now, Dennis Currie, and I really feel bad for Dennis. We're going to see him back, of course, in the mixed competition with his wife Sharon as a partner, as luck would have it.
Look at look at that. I think that's the 2-pin that moved over there.
Man.
I don't know if it helped the shot. I don't know if it helped the shot or...
I don't know.
I think it helped the shot, really.
I'll tell you what, Dennis is having some fun up there despite his situation.
Yeah.
You gotta like he's, as we said before, one of the real nice guys in bowling, and even though he's struggling, he's working his way through it. Bruce Hiland in a similar situation. Dennis talking to his mother. That's his mother over there in the red, just to the right, and his wife in the white right beside him.
Yeah, they look very nice in their colors.
Yes, sir. You gonna get one more? No.
I know what they were planning. Dennis was going to get a double strike and going to take him to the Swiss Chalet.
That's it, yeah. Wait a minute, Dennis. It's only the first bowler to get a double strike that gets dinner for 2. Not to be.
No.
Just not to be. And it's a 9 for Dennis Currie. Bruce Hiland up now. He's got 4 frames to go in this match. Like to put up 4 strikes.
Boss, I have to eat it tonight. I got slam dunk.
Oh, yeah, he did. And I just know if the shoe was on the other foot, Jack, you'd be just all over me like a cheap suit.
You got it. Give me one of them blankets. I'll bury you. Good try.
How does that crow taste anyway?
Not too bad if it's cooked.
And Bruce Hiland has to settle for an 8 there. Well, it's been that kind of a night anyway. Maybe a little shell shock by Frankie Robicheau's triple strike and the double and almost a triple from Dave Doucette.
What do you mean a little?
He had a double, then a 9-pin break. It's rare to see 1 triple strike, let alone 2. And we almost saw 2 in the opening string.
You know, the man gets up the bowl, the worm. He's 52 for 5. He sits down. He's 82 for 6.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Eight for Bruce Hiland. Bruce was finished second last year, but
yes, he did. He bowled very, very well in the competition.
Certainly did.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Almost won it.
Yes, he
Came
did.
very, very close to winning it all and picking up the $1,000 top prize money. This is Dave Doucette now open on a strike. Can he make it a double? He's got 1 double already. Good hit there. Just a tad thin.
Good spirit chance.
Yeah.
6, 9, 10.
He's chasing Frank Robicheau for bragging rights. He's going to close the gap in this frame and the next. Nope. 8 bonus pins there on the mark. Only about 3 pins out now, Jack, behind the 4 now behind.
Are we keeping you up?
Frank Robicheau.
Well, from top to bottom, really great bowling. Dennis Currie and Bruce Hiland, they just couldn't get in the pocket where the other 2 boys were, and of course Bruce was all right until he got called on that love ball.
Yeah, that kind of threw him off.
I think
a little
that upset him. Didn't?
Tough call for Mellow Larry to make, but he makes him if you get it out there.
Well, he's sitting right there. I mean,
yeah, he is.
Oh,
nice
great shot.
effort there. So if Dave gets this, there'll just be 4 pins between he and Frank Robicheau with 2 frames to go in the battle for first place. Of course, they'll both move on. But there's bragging rights up for grabs, and he makes that. We're going to take a look at the numbers again. With 2 frames to go, we just do not have that battle for second place right now to see who will move on. Robicheau and Doucette have got a lock on first and second. The only question is who will be first and who will be second, Jack, as we look at the numbers.
Well, you know, just as soon as you get the score sheet up there, Bruce, I mean, it's fantastic bowling there by the Worm, Frank Robicheau. The reason why we call him the Worm, because that's his nickname, and I heard his grandson watches him when he does these things. He's only young yet, so we'll say hello to his grandson. And you know, he's really bowling well there, grandson. I don't know your name, but unfortunately, I didn't ask Frank for it. Should have, I guess. But anyway, your Wiener is bowling good, or the Worm, I should say. 138. He's 109 for 8, and he's going to finish up probably with 135 or so. So that'll be somewhere in the 260 range. And Dennis Currie has 2 spears in 18 boxes. Now that's unheard of, and he's at 90 for the first string. So, and he's just going to barely make that in the second string. So it's a bad night for Dennis Currie, but however, he's got to write it off. Bruce Hiland, he had 91 the first string, and he's going to have the struggle to get 91 the second string. So they won't be back anymore. So unfortunately, I have to say that. But then you look at David Doucette with 134, who is right now 4 pins behind first place, which is Bruce Hiland. But they're both going to qualify.
Absolutely, Doucette and Frank Robicheau looking strong. Let's go back to the bowling, and once again, they'll finish it off now as Frank Robicheau gets up. And the only question right now is who will be first and who will be second, Jack.
Well, he's 109 so He looked at that scoreboard. He wants to be first.
Oh, sure. He's going to have a good shot here to mark. Solid 5-pin.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Get out of there.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. But
Okay.
if it had rolled over and he caught the nose, there would have been something wrong with it.
Okay. The nose would have given it to him.
No, it wouldn't have.
Okay.
No, well, there it would have, but I mean, you'd have to get over a little closer.
Look at that. Did I, Dick?
All right. Frankie Robicheau picks up the big spare in the 9th. So it's at
He wants to be first.
119 plus after
Yeah.
9.
What an eye-opener, though, for the first round.
Cool. Boy, these guys are serving notice, aren't they? And he gets that late falling pin, so give him 9. You get a chance to mark again. This has just been a wonderful opening round for Frank Robicheau, Senior. 128.
You go right on the pin here. This is his tough pin, probably, because his ball does break from right to left, but the way he's bowling tonight, he'll bang that out.
Yeah. And he got it. Hung on to make the shot, so he'll throw the bonus ball, and with that jack,
He's at 138
I was going
right
to
now.
say he had a triple strike plus 3 others in the first string. He's got 1, 2, 3, 5 spares in the strike in the second, but he's going to beat his score from the first string.
Yeah. We'll see the 2 there on the strike there.
That's right, and 3 on another mark he had,
Yeah.
and 3 on his first mark.
45.
Boy, you got to like that. 145, 138, and you really ask yourself what might have been in that first string.
Now there's something to shoot for. 283 for 2.
He could have had a 300 game, Jack.
Yes, he could have.
Very, very easily. He had 2 spares. Watch Dennis here. He had 2 spares in that first string and only had 3 on them. He had a strike with 2 on them. Good second ball there from Dennis Currie.
Well, I'll tell you now,
And
when
he opened with a 7, and he had another 7 box in the first string.
the next draw you make, and who's ever with Frankie Robicheau, they will know him.
Yep. Oh, that's tough for Dennis there. Leaves a single pin.
Puts him at 86 for 9.
Yeah. Again, we remind you of 2 things. Dennis Currie, 118. That's his average. So don't judge on what you're seeing here. Also, we thank Down East Trophies for the sponsorship of Dennis Currie. We'll see him back in the mixed competition. He's got the strike, and the crowd listened to them. They know he struggled, and he came up with the strike here. That's nice to see. He's going to be back in the mixed competition with his wife there in the right-hand corner of your screen, Sharon. And you can be sure they'll be tough. Looking for the double. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Yeah.
He moved the 5 off the spot there with the dead wood coming over.
And I thought I seen their young boy here, too. I'm not sure.
And a good,
Good
counted
9.
9 on it for Dennis Currie. Well, small consolation, but nice to see him go up with a strike 9 on it. And he does break the century barrier, goes to 105 for Dennis Currie. Now, Bruce Hiland, another guy be great to see finish strong. 4 horsemen plus the 8. Spinning wood, gets 1 more. Sets up a good 10 off the end of the wood. Ooh, got too
Good
far
call.
on the left-hand side. So the 9 there, and after this, Bruce, it'll be over. And we thank Target Sawing and Drilling. That's the sponsorship of Bruce Hiland, 835-5466. You want to mark that down again? 835-5466. Target Sawing and Drilling. They're a Bruce Hiland sponsor, and we thank them. And we're going to see Bruce Hiland back in the mixed competition as he goes out with a mark. Nice to see that.
And you've got to thank the Bowler Drum for sponsoring Dave Doucette.
Yep. If you're wondering about Dave Doucette, when he gets up, he'll need 40 pins in the final 2 frames to catch Frankie Robicheau. Frankie, with those 2 marks and 16 bonus pins, changed everything there.
Picks up 6.
Yes, he did. Presses the button, and now Dave Doucette will get up
112 for
finish it off.
For Bruce. That's a good second string. Go with his 9-1 in the first string.
Not enough to get it done on this day, though, is it?
No.
Not with the way Frankie has been bowling, and this guy, Dave Doucette, punch through a little bit. Haven't seen a lot of that from Dave tonight. Looks this one over. An interesting piece of wood that should help a little bit.
Shot.
Good shot.
Oh, great shot.
Try.
203 for Bruce Hiland.
Yep.
195 for Dennis Currie.
There's a single pin now. The other side. Final frame.
$119 in the ninth with one box remaining.
This is the thing. Frankie Robicheau has bowled so well. It's overshadowed a little bit the performance of this young bowler, Dave Doucette.
He doesn't mind. He's going to move on. That's what
Yeah.
he wants to do. He wants to advance, and he's going to do it.
Five frames and 5 spares, and 3 strikes in his 2 strings.
Oh,
There's
what a
nice
cleanup.
there. A nice 9-pin drop. And the
128.
9. Excellent. 128 to go with his 134, and a stellar performance by David Doucette.
252.
Boy, you got to like that, don't you? Great performance from David Doucette, but not quite as great as the performance
262.
262. Not quite as great as the performance from Frank Robicheau Sr. He bowled very, very well. As we look at the numbers up there, Jack, that big 283, and we say that could have very easily been a 300.
Very much so. Good call, Bruce. And you know, 283. Is, even though this is the first round of the men's single, and like you say, it's going to set the pace for the next coming weeks. And the fellow that finished second, Dave Doucette, bowled very, very well. 262. I'm sorry. He will advance, and the people that didn't make it, Dennis Currie bowled very bad, and he got no one to blame but himself. And also Bruce Hiland. You know, they just bowled bad. And
boy, you're tough, Jack.
you just got to call a spade a spade. Yeah. I mean, if they can get 283 or 262.
No heart, James. Kick them while they're down, James.
No.
Okay, no.
But, you know, I don't want to be hard on them, but...
it's too late now, Jack. You already been...
Is this a lot?
Oh, dear. No, you're doing good, kid. You're telling it like it is. And you're right. All right. Well, thank you, Jack. Excellent match from Frank Robicheau Sr., at least. 283 his total, 262 for Dave Doucette, both moving on to round 2 competition. Next week, we have 4 more bowlers all set to go, led off by Doug Blackler. He'll be here along with Greg McGuire, Ross Toffelmeyer, and Scott Moore. Those are the 4 bowlers vying for the 2 spots in round number 2, the 2 spots that Frank Robicheau and Dave Doucette have captured here this evening. We certainly hope you enjoyed tonight's show. And we'll join us next week. We do it all again. Till then, I'm Bruce Stephen with No Heart James saying so long for now.
I'll get you.
Your cable company believes in being accountable to you, the viewer. That is why it is a member of the Cable Television Standards Council. As a member...
Holding the Stanley Cup again.
He hit the nail on the head, Bob, when he admitted he couldn't perform the way he wants to and usually does. And all kinds of different players pick the slack up, and that's how you win this coveted trophy.
Well, if therapy is what Konstantinov needs, he surely is getting it here tonight in Washington. To be here, to appear to be so happy, and I know he is, and to see this happen.